spy balloon. An F-22 fires one missile, single missile, and they take out the Chinese spy balloon. Did that spy balloon look like that? You all ask yourself, did it look like that? One missile brought it down. But how could it be 25 years ago, 1,000 rounds from what was it? A CF-18 Hornet could not bring down a balloon? And the reason they used was, well, they're not good at firing at a steel object in the sky. That was what they used. Did they not have radar guided ammunition? I mean, if they were flying around back and forth, how hard would it be to hit a target that is setting still? They use the example of 25 years ago. Good morning. So 25 years ago, 1,000 rounds could not bring down a balloon. Then all of a sudden, the U.S. military is able to take out a suspected Chinese balloon. An F-22 fires a single missile report. One missile took it out, supposedly took it out, according to the news, brought it down. But 1,000 rounds from a fighter jet 25 years ago could not bring down a balloon in the sky because it was setting still, they said. It was setting still, and they kept puncturing holes in it, and they couldn't bring it down. Well, if it had a payload on it, couldn't you, like, bring it down like that? I'm sure if you put a lot of holes in something, it's going to deflate, really. And I'm sure those those fighter jets can hit a target setting still also, and, just like that. But that sounds really, really strange, you all. It does. Unless the object in the sky 25 years ago was a UFO, because there have been reports that when they have encountered unidentified flying objects in the sky, there's been reports that they couldn't bring it down. They could not bring it down because the air superiority of the unidentified object. It maneuvered much faster than they did. They couldn't keep up with it. What do they say? How many miles per hour were they documenting some of these UFOs flying in the sky? But this balloon was just setting still. It's totally setting still, you all. And now they say that, now the news is saying, yeah, of course, there's another one in the sky, but wasn't there like a total of 3? Some were reporting one in Africa. I saw something in Africa. Also, do we got enough lighting here? You all, let me turn this on, see if I got some lighting. Gina can make it happen. I can make it happen, y'all. I'm going to give myself a hot flash. Yes, there's satellites that everybody views from, yeah. So, Sierra. So the news is stating that it was a Chinese spy balloon, and it took one missile to bring it down. And the reason this video is being done, because they said it took one missile. As opposed to 25 years ago, when, no thanks, 25 years ago, this fighter jet fired 1,000 rounds and couldn't bring it down. If it truly was a rogue balloon that went like that, could have had a force field around it. And is this the end of all these sightings in the sky with these balloons? Is it the end? Or is there something more going on, really? Think about it. They said they were monitoring the weather. Yeah, they did. They monitoring the weather. And I've read where they say people, or not people, but lots of balloons. Isn't that strange how they launch weather balloons to monitor the weather? Isn't that strange? Why? Someone said, well, I can tell you why, Gina, because there's a dome over the earth. That's why. They just got the little bitty a dome over the earth. Well, there's like also like a magnetic field around the earth that creates like a dome, they say too. There's lots of theories about it, but why the hype of a balloon at this point in time on Earth's timeline, really? Roswell. Yeah, Roswell was just a weather balloon and it crashed. But how did that weather balloon crash? How did it get a hole in it? How did the Roswell balloon get a hole in it and fall down? And yet that was in 1947 or 48. It must have got a hole in it and it was fell to the ground. But 25 years ago, they supposedly punctured holes and this one couldn't fall to the ground. You are, come on now, there's this fishy stuff going on. A lot of fishy stuff. Roswell balloon. Roswell, let's look that up. Roswell balloon. It sounds kind of funny, doesn't it, you all? Look, the UFO Roswell crashed, but it was only a hot air balloon that fell down. And our surveillance balloons, are they filled with helium or something? How do they manage to stay up there? Because the one in the sky was remote controlled, obviously. It had the ability to maneuver however it wanted to. The one they just shot down, they said. Yes, great grand rising. You all look at that. They are looking over their evidence. That is so. They did a great job, didn't they, you all? They had study a hot air balloon at Roswell. At Roswell, you are. Where is that thing? Yeah, 1948. Gina, can you get it on there? I can get it. In Lincoln County, New Mexico, the UFO all of a sudden turned into a balloon. It it morphed into a balloon, you all. Yeah. And they said it was like a top secret project mogul that was sought to detect a nuclear bomb. That's what they said. Now that's top secret mogul. Do you believe that? Really, do you? But then it looked like that. That's what that UFO looked like at the observatories that we captured in the sky. If you go watch that short video that I put up, this type of image right here, and I'm not joking, that image right there on my YouTube channel, it, from the video that I had uploaded, it looked like that. It did. And I want to show that if I can get to that point in that video, because this is wild. It's really wild that we're talking about balloons, really. So this right here video, it was uploaded, and you see it's only 3 minutes and 6 seconds long. The reason I did it because I wanted to show all the other stuff that's going on inside that that's much bigger than a balloon. I did. Much, much larger than a balloon. So it's not just about that spy balloon right there in this video. If you take the time to watch it, perhaps you didn't even see it. It's this one right here. If I can get to it. This right here. You see that? In Hawaii, you can see the windows and stuff like that. It was about, that was that right there. I know I got a glare, that right there that you're looking at. Let me see if we can see it again in a different photo. Right here, you all, look at that. Look at that. That is a great big massive UFO in the sky at Hawaii. And so that right there, when they're talking about the Roswell incident, Gina, honey, that right there, Gina, that's what it reminded me of, that right there. The Roswell crash. It had to be massive, but that got brought down too. Yeah, it got brought down. It's time for war. Yeah. Well, we're already in a war of some sort. Oh no, we got a full moon tonight. When the Project Loon shut down, it was up and running and showing over cities. I see. So let's get back to our original topic. They took this down right here with one missile. They had all these fighter jets, and it was in the South. It was in South Carolina? Is that what they did? They fired at it. They could see the fighter jets in the sky. People were taking videos, they said, flying around this balloon in the sky. How could you even see it? Truly, now ask yourself, if it was just a balloon, if it was like 60,000 feet up in the sky or something, how would you be able to see something like that? But they said, if this was to fall, this is what they said, if this were to be shot down, the balloon would take up 5 football fields. That would be a massive balloon. Think about it. 5 football fields. That's what I read in one statement. So if it fell down, where did it fall? Did it fall in the ocean? Where did it fall? You have screenshots of Flight Tracker 24 over Washington. Oh, okay. Was it the size of a house? Is that what they said? The size of a house. Yeah, so this is really strange. The F-22 fighter did it. They fired one single AIM-9X missile, which they said they did. They fired the F-22 fighter jet, the only one to fire a single AIM-9X missile approximately 6 nautical miles away from the U.S. coast. That far away, it could hit its target, you all. It could hit its target. And the FAA issued a temporary flight restriction to clear the airspace around South Carolina, warning that the U.S. military could use deadly force, deadly force if the airplanes entered a restricted zone and did not comply with the orders to leave. Wow, so if you were caught flying in there, they would shoot you down. Deadly orders, you all. Restricted air flight. So 6 nautical miles away from the U.S. coast. So was it flying? Was it out of, they cleared the airspace in South Carolina and then fired a missile 6 nautical miles away from the coast. So did it go down in South Carolina? Yeah. People in the area believe they saw it taken down. And then you have people in, San Diego? They've been seeing low-flying helicopters in their city for around a week, doing maneuvers in the city. Urban training. Urban training. You didn't get your takeout menu. Yeah. We're getting close to something major getting ready to happen. Yeah. If it had something in it, all the stuff is drifting toward Europe. You seen black helicopters? Yes, Marlo, honey, we saw that. We did see that. Yeah, that's right. And they got this wonderful thing called the green screen, like's behind me. This is like just a green screen sheet that I stapled to my ceiling. You can see it up there. But I've got a green screen that I can pull up behind me that's a retractable one also. I got a green screen on this wall right here. But with a green screen, the technology that you can use, you can make something appear as if it's happening right there, and you can blend things in perfectly. You can. And when you're watching something over a media, some type of a media, you won't know whether it's real or not, they said. With deep fakes and all this CGI, you would never know. Gina, honey, are you saying that that was not a balloon in the sky? I'm not saying anything. I'm not. I'm just saying they said it only took one F-22, missile, an AIM 9X to take down a Chinese weather balloon. This looks like the blimp, is what that looks like. And yet 25 years ago, this is what it's supposed to look like, but 25 years ago, a CF-18 Hornet could not take down a hot air balloon because it was setting still. Obviously, I guess they did not have radar-guided ammo, but then think about it, you all. Really? Yes. So, how many, let's ask this question. How many balloons now are they saying, or that you know of from other reports, that are existing in the sky today that could possibly pose a threat, but not yet? How many balloons are floating around, you all, with the ability to maneuver on their own? They can go up and down and up and down and this way and this way. 99 balloons? Yes. It would have to pass through SAC in Omaha, Nebraska. Yeah. Wednesday, moving north. The green comet. Oh, Penny, honey, let's hear about the green comet with 3 antennas carrying emeralds and gathering our data. And they are not friendly ETs. All for the show to set the stage. Well, they are telling their troops supposedly to prepare for war by 2026 or 27 or something. I don't know what's going on, you all. And how does this fit in with the Anunnaki returning? The Anunnaki are supposed to be returning. They said they're returning. And some people have that date as the, I don't know, 2024. And there's been many predictions of, alien UFO things happening. And someone said, well, if you ask Siri or somebody, when will World War III start? It says November or something of this year. There's no telling. Are we going to have a war of the worlds, you all, with hot air balloons? What if all these hot air balloons started showing up all over the place? Really? Hot air balloons, and they weren't really balloons, but they were something else, just disguised as a balloon. Yeah, that's what we're talking about. You just tuning in. 25 years ago, they could not take down this balloon, a spy balloon. 2 Royal Canadian Air Force CF-18 Hornet aircraft 25 years ago. A rogue weather balloon would not come down after over 1,000 rounds were fired at it. The balloon entered the Icelandic. You all, do you believe that? But yet in Roswell, well, something happened and the balloon got deflated and it fell to the ground. It did. And they had to gather the evidence. But did they not also find radiation in that area? Some type of stuff like that? Yeah, I don't know. I haven't really read in it. I haven't. Whew. Yeah. Maybe we should get together and release balloons on the That's against the law. You cannot release a balloon. Really, there are laws against it because they said they could end up in the propellers of these airplanes, like a flock of birds can fly in and get sucked in and stuff, and that's an awful thing to do to a bird. Yes. Um. You just tuning in. They've taken out, let's see how many balloons are left open in the atmosphere. All the meantime, we have, all the meantime, you all, let's think about it. All the meanwhile, we have stuff like this. Let me do this, you all. Can we do this? Let's do this. This is all the while you have stuff like this showing up in Hawaii and all over the world. You have, look, it's in the sky. Okay, you see that? Right there. All the while, we have this kind of stuff in the sky, and we got cubes too. We got cubes, really, I'm not joking. All the while, we're talking about hot air balloons, spy balloons in orbit, and we got things like this in the sky. Look at this. We got some reflections of stuff up here by the sun, you all. Something's going on. Oh, Gina, what you talking about? Well, I'm not really talking about too much. But we got this life forms showing up at the observatories, you all. This is much greater than balloons, I think, but this is UFO highways. You all, can we look at this? Because that's what I want to do. This little video, even though you've seen the commander, we got beams of light coming out of volcanoes, you all. Beams of light. And we got beams of light coming down from the sky. We got a UFO right next to the observatory. This is why they don't show the time lapse anymore, you all. Like a portal opened in Hawaii. This is the reason why. We got UFOs in the sky. These are not hot air balloons or weather balloons or anything, spy balloons. No, these are out here in the open. Out here in the open. And someone tried to say that's the volcano, Gina, that's glowing in the sky at 1 something in the morning. And then we got life forms in the clouds, you all. This, to me, this is more important what's going on right here, you all. All of this stuff right here. This right here trumps the balloon. We don't hear them. This is Tennessee skies right here. Tennessee skies. This is in the skies of Tennessee. You see what's cloaked in the skies. And these right here, stasis UFOs, black UFOs just sitting there. This is what the object looked like they shot down. This was the pattern of it right there, you all. It was. So ask yourself, what truly is going on in the skies above? Is it just a balloon, or is it something much more? Do we live in a matrix or something? What does Minecraft have to do with it? And then, we'll look at that. Someone said, oh, Gina, honey, that's the mountain, that's the landscape. No, it's not. It's not. It's a black UFO at the observatories in Hawaii. And to me, that right there, compared to something like this, all those UFOs, compared to a balloon, come on, you all, compared to a balloon, yeah, this is something, it doesn't make sense at all. It really doesn't. A balloon. So, let's turn this light on, you all. We need the light. We got to keep that light shining on the inside of us. Yes, we do. Oh, wow. Yeah. So, you're talking about balloons. It was, yeah. So let's see if we can do a search on how many balloons now are up in the sky. How many balloons are there sighted? How many balloons how many balloons are being sighted in the sky right now? Sighted. I'll just write the word Chinese because they want to do that. So let's look at this. So you even have Saturday Night Live. Look at that, a spoof playing the balloon. So this is where the path of the balloon was. How's it different than a classic something? I have no idea. So that's what they said it was, like that. How the U.S. shot down the spy balloon, you all. Look at that. And then the fallout from it. Political fallout from a Chinese spy balloon, which is probably a UFO in the sky, really. But let me look at that. I gotta sneeze. I really gotta sneeze. I'm gonna. Okay. You know when you feel a sneeze coming on and you know it's coming? I like to just stop and make it go away. Okay, I did. So a Chinese spy balloon. This is what they said happened. Is this all it was? Just a, well, what's these things around it, really? Let's ask ourselves, even, I know this is not the best. Well, I'm going to tell you right now what this looks like right here. See this right here? Like this. The clouds, let's talk about the clouds while we're on here. I've done videos about the clouds and the structure in the clouds. And a lot of the structure that's in the sky, in the clouds, they can join together. They can join together like this. They can. And they also look like this. They can. We've cut them in the sky. They look exactly like that, the clouds themselves, when they are dispersing. We got a perfect Mount Etna video. And I'm coming to the conclusion that these clouds, whatever in the clouds, it's like a life form, whether it be man-made, whether it be AI, whether it be an alien life form, they have the ability, they're very intelligent, extremely, extremely intelligent. They have the ability to take on any shape they want, is what let's see if we can get it, you all, because we really did a good video on it, showing them coming out of Mount Etna up close. I've got so many videos on here, you all. I've got like 5,000 videos. So we'll probably do around, I don't know, 30 videos a week. Where's Mount Etna? Because that's the one we want, the latest thing. Oh, that was at Popocatépetl. We had one at Popocatépetl right here. Was this the ones that we were watching at Popocatépetl volcano? Yes, this was it, you all. Let me do this. I want to show you how these clouds at the Popocatépetl volcano do look at like what was coming down out of the sky. Let me show you. We got to wait, you all. So this is important. Really, it is. Let me do this. Let me turn this off. This is very important based on the footage that they released right here. This is what these clouds look like in the sky right here. And notice they have like this type of whatever. Let me see if we can go to some of these things. Look how they can like separate like this. You see that right here? See how they look? Please. Now, this is, if you don't listen to anything I have said thus far, please listen to this, because this is the same pattern like that is in the clouds. In the clouds that we've been documenting, it's like in some type of an intelligent life form. This is the same pattern right here that we've seen from the balloon footage that they said was coming from the sky right here. Look at this. Notice this right here. See this? This is from the clouds. These are in the clouds. Notice it? Look at this. The same thing. The same thing, you all. Come on, please focus on me. Don't do that. You see they don't want to focus? Okay, you can see it. It's the same thing down here at the bottom. Right here. Something is going on. This came from the clouds. This is not debris from this at all. It really isn't. It's not debris. It's not. It's right here. And it is, where's that video, Gina? It's these. It's these right here, you all. It's this right here. This may sound very, very, very far-fetched. Well, we live in a world where the far-fetched exists. It exists, okay. It truly does exist. Let me show you this. This is what's in the sky right here. And if I could get, well, Gina, what are we supposed to be focusing on? Focus on the signature that they're leaving behind. Focus on the background, their composition. Focus on it. See it? Right here. Focus on it, you all. This is really important. There's something, there truly is something in the sky. And it's them. They, I don't know if they turned themselves in a hot air into a balloon, because this is exactly what it looks like. It looks like it. Yes, totally looks like it. I see them in there, you all. I see them in this image right here. They're in right there. They're right there, and they're right here. They're in the sky all around the world. It's them. That's what it is. It's them. And the clouds are not normal. They're not normal at all. And the filtering on this was kind of, my computer had done whatever since it was nighttime. It's what I think it is. It's not what they say it is. It's not. It's something much greater. Let's brighten up this screen, you all, so you can see this, what you're looking at right here. I'm not going to say it very many times because it might get old. What you're looking at, the patterns of what's in the clouds right here, all around the world. They're same. They're one and the same. If this will focus, they're one and the same. So then it brings me to the question of, with something like this, people talk about the Project Blue Beam and things like that. Would that have something to do with it, really? Or is this truly is? This is a life form up there. This is very intelligent. Whatever it is in the sky, it is an intelligent life form. It doesn't look like me. It doesn't look like you. It doesn't look like a reptilian, a Nocturian, a Palladian, any of the other extraterrestrial beings, an insectoid. No, this is a different type of life form in the sky is what it is. Totally different life form. And it is, I keep thinking it's like some type of programmable life form. But who is programming it? Who is in charge of it? Really, who is in charge of it? Right here, and where did it come from? That's fake. I can tell you right now that is a fake balloon right there. Totally fake. It's these right there. And I would say that they kind of look like what came out of the sun during a solar eruption is what they kind of look like to me. And you may say, well, Gina, honey, what type of solar eruption are you talking about? Let me get to it, you all. Let me get to it. It is some type of a life form. If I can get to it. It's my most recent video. I'm going to go to the part on there so I can show you all. This is really serious. It is. Chinese weather balloon, spy surveillance balloon. It's really important what's happening. Let me see if I can get to it. Right here. Okay, now we're going to do it. We're going to do it, you all. You just wait. We're going to tie this together. So you see this image right here. There was a solar eruption back in around 2000. And little things came out. They called it a particle event, but there were thousands and thousands of these things right here. They had the ability, they look like little white circles or squares, but they had the ability to line themselves up. I've done plenty of videos on it on the ISWA playlist. They have the ability to line themselves up and create whatever they wanted to. But we also got things like this coming out of the sun. Small little things like this coming out of the sun, out of the coronal holes. And I really feel within my being, they're in our skies. But this right here in the South Pacific, this showed up on Google Earth right here. These are black cubes. When we were scouring Google Earth, we ran up on this. These are actually showed up, I think around 2018, 2017. And they were kind of Borg-like or something, but they came out of the sun. So I'm going to get back to my original topic. You all. Get back to my original topic of they shot down this hot air balloon, this Chinese spy balloon right here. 25 years ago, 1,000 rounds could not bring down a balloon. And then we have the Roswell. Where's the, oh, I think I got rid of the Roswell. Okay, that's okay. So how the U.S. brought them down right there. How they shot down this balloon. No, it's this. That's not debris. That is, well, they could have somehow did something to these, but these are the life forms that are in the sky right here. And they can cluster together and they can form this shape. They really can. And they have smoke like they are so intelligent, you these are so intelligently designed. They can cause what would look like a trail of smoke coming down from them. They could, because they can have the dark smoky gray like matter coming out of them. We're talking about some type of a life form in the sky. We really are. I'm not going to say it's not, because it is some type of a life form up there in the sky, and it is super, super intelligent. But that's that right there. No, I know what that is. It's them. It's whatever in the sky, whatever in the clouds, it's them. It's a very intelligent life form, and I don't think they can defeat it. I can't. And no matter what they do, they can't defeat it. It's not going to go away unless they have some kind of super weapon to get rid of what's in the sky now. Some kind of super weapon. They're not going to get rid of it. They're not at all. They're not going to happen. And this may sound strange, but after seeing that last video, that is my it's my conclusion. They're one and the same. There's something up there, and people's been noticing them. And what can we do about it? Not much. Not much. Not much at all. See, look right here. They come out of the ground, too. They come up out of the ground. You can see that these are not naturally occurring. They're not. Someone say, Gina, honey, that is methane gas. That's something coming from the volcanoes. No. I'm not going to buy it. I don't buy it. So they took a F-22 with an AIM-9X missile and shot down the Chinese surveillance balloon with one missile, they said. And 25 years ago, 1,000 rounds from a CF-18 Hornet could not bring down a spy balloon, no matter how many holes they poked in it. But yet in 1947 in Roswell, well, something deflated that balloon, weather balloon and a surveillance balloon, and down it came, just like that. That was in 1947. I just, they're in the sky, totally in the skies all around the world. I would encourage you to go through the live videos on this channel. I would. If you're showing any depiction of the sky in those videos from a live webcam, look at them and study them. Study the patterns that are in the sky. And then compare it to, I think compare it to this right here. We're going to do a video later on this too, if I can, discussing and doing side-by-sides of this right there. No, it's not what they're saying. It's not, you all. Excuse me. So I am going to go, and thank you all for tuning in. And with that being said, hello, wherever you are in any part of the world. Hello, from my heart to yours. Love you. Have a wonderful rest of your day, you all. Thank you. Love you.